Alright, welcome back, good people. This begins another week of my video series that I'm creating for you. That's right. This year I'm doing 200 videos in 365 days. And I am way ahead of schedule, and I am ecstatic about it, because as soon as I finish this series, then I'm going to start an online course. I'm going to create an online course. Now, the way that works is you have to create modules, right, for people to follow, like from the beginning, the middle, and the end, or things in between, so that they can learn along the way. Now, I don't know anything about that, but rest assured that within a short period of time, I will have created my own online course. Now, that's the way things work in the 21st century today. If you want to start an online business, what sells is information. That's just one of the things, but if that's something that you have or something that you're willing to attain, and all you have to do is create a system that you can do regularly to gain information and share that information as you're gaining it. Now, where would you share that information? Glad you asked. Videos just like this one. Social media, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, the list goes on and on. You know how that game is played. That is part of the wealth building tools that are available to us today. Now, the only way we can benefit from those is to decide that we want to do something and begin. You have to do that. You can't just sit around and watch other people do things and criticize. You actually have to get in the game, because if you think about where technology has come. I was reading an article not too long ago, actually, and it really kind of blew my mind. I'm going to share this statistic with you really quickly. So I want you to wrap your mind around how quickly technology has grown over the last 20 years. Okay, the article I was reading, it said that from the beginning of time, that they started keeping notes and everything, right, up until 1998. From the beginning of time until 1998, all that information combined is less than the information that has been created from 1998 until 2018. That is mind-blowing. That is technology, and just think about the next 20 years. Oh my goodness. If you're not getting some of this pie, you're seriously missing out. And you should think about that, because all you have to do is just follow somebody. Just, it doesn't have to be me, but it could be me. But just follow someone who's doing something similar to what you would like to do. And before long, you will have created a process that you can create products. You can market other people's products. You can create your own business that didn't exist before you made a decision to do that. That is available to you today. It is. It absolutely is. All you have to do is be willing to take the time to learn a little something. That's it. But just think about what that business can afford you. It can actually allow you to replace your job one day. It can actually allow you to live totally based on what you do, your efforts, or the people that you hire. But it's no longer having to get up at 6 o'clock to be at work at 9. There's no longer having to go to bed at 9 to get up at 3 or 4, whatever your hours are on your job. That can be eliminated. But the only way that can happen is you have to take control of your life, and you have to be the driver of where you're going. You can't allow the world to dictate to you what you can have and what you can do. Although where you are right now, that may be exactly what you're going through, because many people are, and that's okay. But just think about starting a little side business, something that you already know a little bit about or you like, and you start gaining more and more knowledge about that. And what I can do is I can help you put that information that you know out to the world, so the world can respond to it, right? Because that's how you get paid. You get paid by sharing your information with the world. You don't get paid by gaining the information and keeping it hoarded in. No, 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 no. You have to let people know that you exist. You have to brand yourself. And that's fun. It's fun to brand yourself. A lot of times people think that, it's an ego thing, but it's really not. It's just the way the game is played, right? Because business, when you have a business, or online business especially, people have to know who you are so they can trust you. They have to know who you are so they can like you, right? So if you're afraid of getting in front of the camera or getting in front of the microphone or writing a blog post, then probably an entrepreneurial lifestyle is not for you. Because if you're really good at what you do, the world will require you to talk about it at some point. And that's when you get rewarded financially, right? You get that payment. And then life will be different for you. And that's what I want for you. So this week's videos, I'm talking strictly about business, the online business. So I'm going to share some types of online business, some terms involved with online business, and a variety of other things during this week's episodes. But what I want to do is I want to try to keep them less than 10 minutes because I've gotten pretty good at that, and I've got very few videos to go. I think I've got like 20 or 25 videos left before I have my 200 in. Yes, yes. Remember, this didn't exist before I started this in January of 2018. It did not exist. These 200 videos were non-existent. But now they're available to you, and as shortly they will become a product for me to generate income from, right? Because I took the time, I set systems up, and I worked through that process until I got the end result that I sought, right? And that's the way it works for you. And then you get to, have a pat on the back, get a little bragging rights because you did it, not nobody else. You did that, and you can be proud of that. And I'm gonna let you know that you should be proud of that. All right. So again, this week's first video is going to be called Online Business Types. Think about that. Types of online business. It says online business or e-business is a term which can be used for any kind of business or commercial transaction that includes sharing information across the internet. The term e-business was coined by IBM's marketing and internet team in 1996. A business owner who does any or all of their business using the internet is running an online business. There are 4 types of e-commerce businesses. These are 4 types of e-commerce businesses. There's actually a couple more, but I only wanted to share these with you because these are basically the type that you'll be dealing with. Number 1 is business to business. That's B2B. Number 2 is business to consumer. B2C. That's the number 2 also. Number 3 is consumer to consumer. And number 4 is consumer to business. These are the 4 types of business I'm going to share a little information with you about. Now, it says, what is B2B? B2B. What does that mean? On the internet, B2B, business to business, also known as e-biz, is the exchange of products, services, or information, aka e-commerce, between businesses rather than between businesses and consumers. Next it says, what is an internet-based business? In general, an organization with or without a physical or brick and mortar presence that has its own website with information, content, email, and e-commerce facilities. Technically, it means that a particular communication device or technology conforms to TCP/IP data communications protocols. I know, a little technical, right? Don't worry about that. I'll help you with all that. Next it says, what are some examples of e-commerce? Number 1, business to consumer, or B2C. These are transactions happening between businesses and consumers. And B2C e-commerce businesses are the ones selling products or services to end users, i.e. consumers. Retailers with online stores such as Walmart, Macy's, or IKEA are all examples of businesses that engage in B2C, e-commerce. Now, what are internet business models? Internet business models are categorized as business to consumer, business to business, and more. Recently, consumer to consumer, business to consumer, and business to business models typically sell goods and services or provide information designed to help visitors make purchase decisions. Next, we have, what is a B2B business model? Business to business, also called B2B, is a form of transaction between businesses, such as one involving a manufacturer and wholesaler, or a wholesaler and a retailer. Business to business stands in contrast to business consumer and business to government transactions. What does C2C mean in business? Customer to customer. That's what that means. Customer to customer is a business model whereby customers can trade with other customers, typically in the online environment. Two implementations of C2C markets are auctions and classified advertisements. And finally, consumer to business, that's C2B, is a business model in which consumers, individuals, create value and businesses consume that value. For example, when a customer writes a review or when a customer gives a useful idea for a new product development, then the consumer is creating value for the business if the business adopts the input. Expected concepts are crowdsourcing and co-creation. Now, when you start your online business, a lot of the things that you will learn, you'll learn farther down the road. And a lot of the things that you will learn initially, you won't necessarily use right now, because you won't really know how to implement those into the process that you're building, right? But don't worry about that. That will come along with time. You'll be able to identify which direction you want to go based on what it is that you're doing. And that's exactly the way it works here. So don't forget to share these videos, like these videos. This again is a week full of videos I'm sending your way. This is the first video of this week. So my name is Larry James. My company is Speak with Larry, and I'll see you on the next video.